there, night crawlers. You're locked in with Station 5, where the news takes a walk on the wild side. I'm your man in the shadows, Mike Stone. Have you guys heard about these missing hikers? All over our national parks, this isn't something you hear about anymore. But check out these stats. According to the latest data from the National Park Service, around 1,000 to 2,500 people go missing in national parks and forests each year. Death Valley, Yellowstone, Cascades, all kinds of reports of missing people. The numbers are massive. I've got a few examples here. One hiker found after days in the woods, couldn't recall basic details about their hike or how they got lost. Now, folks, these aren't isolated incidents. Another displayed signs of acute paranoia are claiming they were being watched by unseen entities among the trees.
Evening. What can I get you? Another one, huh? You guys are a dime a dozen. There's a new guy here just about every other month. Some people just don't last out in the woods. It
Recent reports from these search and rescue teams highlight a puzzling trend. A significant number of those who are located after going missing in the wild often exhibit strange mental conditions. We're talking about disorientation, memory loss, and in some cases, bizarre behavior that leaves rescuers and medical professionals baffled. But some of these disappearances just don't make any sense. You got experienced hikers, forest workers, lumberjacks, and even rangers. Just about 5% of these missing people are never found. They just go missing without any trace. They search for these people for weeks, and they find absolutely nothing. Now that's a staggering figure. And it's got us wondering what exactly is happening out there in the wilderness. What if I told you there's a secret experiment going on right under our noses? The government, the shadowy figures in black suits, they're
New ranger, huh? They come and go like the wind. Whispering pines play tricks, you'll find. Lost a hiker recently. Vanished in the woods, swallowed whole. Happens more than you'd ever be told. Been here a while, seen the faces change. Rangers like you, their stories rearrange. Something in these woods, something strange. Good luck, Ranger. The forest's a maze. It knows who stays and who decays.
You know, the voices in my head are getting louder. And tonight, they're whispering your name! Buckle up. There's this hiker. When the search and rescue teams finally found him, it was a scene. The hiker, emaciated and ragged, had resorted to desperate measures. The evidence of his ordeal was written in the mutilated flesh of his own fingers, chewed and gnawed in a desperate bid for sustenance. Wow! This sucker, he ate his own fingers. He must have been out of his mind. It's your turn.
You will never get out of these woods!
In shadows deep, where trees entwine, a mystery unfolds, a tale malign. Through tangled woods, where whispers soar, lost are hikers, seen no more. Answer the call on the forest breeze. Each ring, a step closer, unravel the twine. Find the hikers lost, where the shadows align. Well, are you gonna pick it up?
Hello? Anyone there? Tower 6. Do you read me? Over. So, how was your first night? That's my bad. Shouldn't tell you creepy stories on your first day. Actually, no. One of the guys overheard it down at the station. Pretty weird, right?
The Forest Ranger Services, where passion meets purpose. Embark on a career that connects you to the heart of nature. Our Rangers, they walk in nature and are responsible for a variety of exciting tasks, like keeping our forests clean and more. Survival tips, you betcha, we got those too. Apply now.
Minimum wage is not guaranteed. You are responsible for bringing your own survival gear, food, drinks, and medicine. The Forest Ranger Services takes no responsibility of staff safety or accident.
Wait, isn't the trail marker supposed to be here?
It should be, but I don't see it. Maybe we took a wrong turn back there.
Yeah, maybe let's backtrack a bit and get on the right path before we get lost.
Okay, Sam, let's just hope we don't run out of snacks.
Hold on, where's Jake? He was just right behind us.
What do you mean? Weren't you looking after the kids?
He's probably ran off to find a squirrel or something. Where's your little brother, Pumpkin?
Forest Ranger Services, you applied for a job? Yeah. Listen, you want the job or not? So you got the flyer with the directions on it? Well, ain't that a miracle? You'll be stationed at Tower 6. First, you gotta check in at Outpost 3 to meet your supervisor. You want to be there by 6 p.m. At the latest, that's 6 p.m. Unless you want to walk through the forest at night. Okay, we'll bring some boots, supplies, and maybe a little guts. You're gonna need all three. Oh, and kid, just don't be late.
Hey there, night crawlers. You're tuned into the strange frequency of Station 5, where the news isn't just a headline, it's a conspiracy. I'm your man in the shadows, Mike Stone, and today we're looking up. I mean way up. Folks, we're talking unidentified flying objects. Now, if you've been paying attention to anything other than your radio dial, you'll know sightings are on the rise, especially right here in the good old US of A. From the mountains of Washington State to the deserts of Nevada. People are spotting strange lights, bizarre shapes, and in some cases, full-on spacecraft. Yep, you heard me. And today, Nightcrawlers, I'm opening up the lines. It's your turn to spill the beans. Have you or someone you know ever had a brush with the unexplained out in the wild? Strange lights, eerie sounds, or that unmistakable feeling of being watched? Call me up. Let's shine a light on what's lurking in the shadows. Okay, we got Betty from New Hampshire.
Hi, Mike. This is Betty. My husband and I love your show. We had an experience a few years back. Driving late at night, we saw lights in the sky that followed us, and then we lost 2 hours we can't explain. When we finally got home, there were strange marks on our car, and I've had vivid dreams about figures watching us ever since.
Wow, Betty, that's absolutely incredible and chilling. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. Stay safe out there and keep looking up. Another caller from, yes.
Mike, these disappearances, these strange events, they're part of a much bigger picture. Something far more dangerous than you realize. There are forces at work here, manipulating the narrative, controlling what you see, what you believe, and if you...
Wait, what happened? It cut off? All right, night crawlers. Let's take a quick break. Stay tuned.
FBI, hands behind your back and get on your knees now.